the co-founder of the Riders Club. He is a USSA Coach Level 200.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
And also Sean McKay, the legendary McKay family. And Sean, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as
and
well.
Nice to
Thanks
have
for
you
having
here.
us on.
Thanks
Both
for
of
having
you
us.
guys.
For sure.
Now, this Riders Club is really just kind of blown up, hasn't it? Can you
It really
tell us,
has.
Barry, maybe how it began, its inception, and the concept?
Kind of the way we started is really to inspire our communities to provide a positive gateway for kids in board sports or action sports like snowboarding, freeride skiing, surfing, and skateboarding. There's really not a grassroots avenue for these kids. I mean, Alpine is ingrained in Sugarloaf. It's awesome,
Sure.
you know, and they have some incredibly talented kids and adults, and it's got a long history here. Snowboarding has a great, rich, deep history, especially here. There's really not any like middle school or high school level for snowboarder or a freeride skier.
Right.
There's a lot of avenues for the alpine skier. So, you know, I've talked to a lot of parents and kids. They kind of ride the bus, they join the ski team and ride the bus, bring their snowboard, you know what I mean? And coach is like, where is Joe? Well, you know what I mean? And he's off in the terrain park, you know? Or another parent will ask me, is like, well, my kid just likes to jump off of stuff.
Yeah.
So, you know, we bring those kids together. They found us and we found them. And we play in the terrain parks and in the glades, pretty much all over the mountains.
That's great.
And we're really successful at some of the smaller mountains, like Titcomb Mountain in Farmington.
Yeah.
We had a session there yesterday afternoon, and 20-some kids. It was just incredible. And
Yeah.
we have 4 or 5 coaches to go, and the coaches they rep. So
You have quite a crew, actually. Sean, tell us about some of the other folks that you're getting out and you're teaching. You're doing reach out programs. That's really interesting stuff. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, as Barry said, we're trying to get these guys into the schools. We're trying to get into the schools and get these guys to form their own teams. And I have kids, and some of my kids play basketball. And this is a really accessible program for anybody. You can kind of you sign up. It's very reasonable. $35 membership for a year, and then $10 per riding session with outstanding coaches.
Sure.
And you can you pay as you go. It's very accessible. It's user friendly. One of my sons plays basketball, so he can go to practice on Saturday and then maybe ride on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
The Titcomb crew's riding during the week at night, so it's just a really good program it's a really good alternative program for kids who might not be looking to compete at such a high level. Although if you want to compete at a high level, we got guys for that too.
Sure.
But
yeah.
you can kind of go at your own pace, and it's
There's very
really
few schools that offer any of these, right? There's a few select schools, of course, CVA and
right. There's
Gould, maybe,
Yes,
and,
yeah.
there's really zero in the public school system.
right, in the public school system.
right. There's nothing. And as Barry touched upon, there's how many Alpine and Nordic teams?
There's
Maine?
over 100 just in the state of
Just
Maine.
in the state of Maine. So just take 100 Alpine teams, 100 Nordic teams, and not one snowboard team in the public school level. So you got to think you're missing some kids there. So
Well, we have a Mount Abram team.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And a
you know-
Mount Blue team
Right.
too.
So this is
So we're
the
getting
start.
there. We're getting there. And
Right.
we also we signed a contract with Kent Hill this year, so we're coaching the
Wow.
snowboard team.
Right.
there.
You're all over the place.
We're the world's fastest rope tow, and it's
Shawnee Peak.
so much fun. And we're at Shawnee Peak as well. We got
World's
some
fastest rope. Bring some extra gloves.
Bring
Oh.
some extra gloves.
Yeah.
You
in,
remember
yeah.
the rope tow.
They bought
100
us a
runs a
case
day.
of gloves. Yeah.
Well, that's the cool thing about a rope tow. I
Right.
mean,
Oh, yeah,
you can
for
get
sure.
Yeah.
tons of runs in, right?
Super fun.
So you hit the ground running. It sounds like there was truly a big niche for this, and kudos to you guys for doing that. And
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of volunteer. You're not doing it for the money, that's for sure. But,
No.
you know,
For the kids.
It's for the kids, right? And I think it's great, the team that you put together. Now you've got some fundraising infrastructure set up and a
We do.
website. Maybe you can tell us about that.
We do. Right now, we have a GoFundMe campaign going. Pretty easy to find on the GoFundMe website / the Riders Club, and we're doing pretty good on that. And we also did, like last night, we had the Rack. Have been super supportive of us. We had a craft fair upstairs at the Rack. What a great atmosphere.
50-50 raffle for the Riders Club. And
Right. So
great
small
turnout.
increments, and we got some great support. This is not just for. This has turned out to be for all kids. Yeah, we have some kids whose families don't have the resources for this. And all the coaches and board members and stuff, we've had snowboards in my garage and we've given them to all the kids.
Right.
So
Yeah,
people
extra
donate,
boots.
and, you know, at $10 or a pair of snowboard boots
Right.
or some gloves, you know, these kids, you know, there's a lot of need out there. And I will tell you one thing, the kids are dynamite.
Yeah.
They work their tails off, and, you know, it's just a great thing to be a
They're
part
appreciative too.
Yeah.
Very, very
So it's
appreciative.
gratifying for you as well, and that's the
Oh,
reward.
wicked, yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Hey, we're going to take a break. Stay with us. Maybe we'll Riders Club. Sean McKay and Barry Tripp are with us, and they are talking about the Riders Club. How the wonderful things that you're doing, moving forward. How can people get in touch with you, and contact with you, connect with you? And also, what did you mention? Today is World.
Today's World Snowboarding
World
Day,
Snowboarding
so
Day.
get out and snowboard.
Yeah. So all
Have
the
a
banks
blast.
and everything are closed today.
Absolutely,
Right.
yes.
The stock market closed.
Yeah,
right for that.
absolutely. The Riders Club is really accessible. Our website is theridersclub.org.
Yeah.
We are a nonprofit organization. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram. I think we have a Twitter account too. So yeah, really good.
You're so high tech. You should wear
Right.
spacesuits.
Right.
Got it with
right.
the kids today, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, you have attention. That's the hardest
Right,
commodity.
right.
Well, great, and you're really doing some wonderful things. Hats off to all of the crew. Keep up the great work. People, if you can support them, go to their website, please, and do what you can. Or if you've just got some gear and you want to support them,
Yeah,
in that way, 'cause
we're really accessible. So.
so we can get more people out there and help the ski industry and the snowboard industry.
That's
Right
right.
on.
Sean, thanks for being here. Appreciate
Great.
it.
Thank
Sean
you so much for
McKay
having us.
And
Greg,
Barry
my
Tripp, thank
pleasure.
you for being here.